What is up, everybody? This is ya boy. We are here with a breakdown video on an upcoming guide that I'm doing. It's the Dead Rising 100% achievement guide. Something I've been planning on doing for a while, and it's gonna cap my Dead Rising guide, since this will literally have nothing to do after this, so we'll be done. And the rest of it will just be random videos if people want to see something. But anyway, we'll move on. The info, it can be achieved in as little as 5 runs. Now, that is a flaky number there. 5 runs if you do on point every single time and manage to get some of the, achievements like Outdoorsman, where you have to spend 24 hours outdoors. You're not going to have a whole lot of time to be able to do that. So you might have to do that on the 6th run, or even in Infinity Mode if you're willing to risk it. It is organized by what is possible with time. Now, some achievements cannot be done together because of how time-consuming they are. Something like Transmissionary and Zombie Genocider achievements, you will not be able to do those in the same run. They're just too time-consuming for that. I will have a breakdown of all achievements in the video, so you will know step-by-step on how to do it, and I will accommodate that with timestamps in the video biography for each part, so that you know where everything is. So that, you don't have to go and just watch the entire video. You can just jump to each timestamp, and it'll show you how to get each achievement. And then 5 and 7 day survivors achievements will not be covered in the video, just because I already have a video on it. Go check it out. I've gotten really good feedback on it. People say it's a really good tutorial. So if you guys are looking for 5 and 7 day survivor, I've already got that up. I've showed my entire path, what survivors I took, when I needed to rest and whatnot. Anyway, this eyesore of a chart here is actually how I organized this entire run, how I organized all my runs for this upcoming guide. I put them under 4 different categories, which is easy, medium, hard, and floater. Floater I'll explain later, but the easy, medium, hard is based on how time-consuming they are and also their difficulty. So in the easy category, we have self-defense, peacekeeper, which are killing a set amount of psychopaths. If you get 5 psychopaths, you'll get both self-defense and peacekeeper. Legendary soldier. This is actually not an overtime. I did put this as an overtime achievement, but you can actually unlock it prior to when they actually enter the mall late in the game. And it's also a secret achievement, so that you don't actually see that in your achievement list until you unlock it. Humanist, which is save 10 survivors, which we'll do in a set of other achievements. Strike, which is bowling 10 zombies with a bowling ball. That's an easy one to get, especially if you do it in Alfresca Plaza or some busy place like the maintenance tunnel. And then we have Costume Party, which is putting 10 masks on 10 zombies. Easy, easy. Raining zombies, that's taking the paracel, something like in Alfresca Plaza, and just plowing zombies over with it. Photojournalist, which is scoring 1500 PP on a single photo. Group photo, which is get 50 markers. I'll explain how to do that very easy. You can do it during the zombie genocide run if you want. Then you have, I'm always going to butcher this, but it's portraiture. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I believe that's where you take a photo of like 10 survivors or something like that. Psycho photo is where you take a photo of 4 psychopaths. Snuff shot B is where you take a picture of zombified Brad. There's a reason why Snuff shot J is actually over here in the hard category. I'll explain that later. Indoorsman, which is spending 24 hours indoor. This will be an easy one to get. You'll probably do that on your first one. Then you have free fall, which is drop a certain amount of feet. I don't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like 16 feet or something like that. Stunt driver, which is ramp a car 33 feet up in the air. Then you have stunt rider, which is ramp a bike 33 feet in the air. I think it's 33 feet. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Zombie road, which is walk a certain distance on top of zombies' heads. That one you can get easily in the maintenance tunnel. Overtime mode, which is another easy achievement there. It's actually where you unlock the true ending. But if you ever look in the achievement list, there's a typo where they misspelled true. It's Tur, T-U-R-E. And they've done this in 3 different achievement. So they did in the 360 version, the PC version, and the 1 version. They fucked up the spelling on that. And then lastly, on the easy slots, you have 3-Day Survivor. That one you'll get if you just beat the game normally. Or even just make it to the end of the game where the helicopter spawns, you'll get 3-Day Survivor easily. In the medium category now, we have Zombie Killer, which is 10,000 zombies. That's obviously something that you're not going to really aim to get without going after Zombie Genocider. You also have Punisher, which is kill 10 psychopaths. If you go after Punisher, you'll get Peacekeeper and Self-Defense by default. Helicopter, this is an overtime only achievement, just because of the fact that the helicopter doesn't go into the middle of in the park until overtime mode. It's also a secret achievement, so you won't see that in your list. It's to hide spoilers. Tour Guide. This is a combination achievement, as you can tell by the C. I'll explain. There's one other one that has a C on it, which is Frank the Pimp. There's more actually that are good combinations, but I'll explain combinations later. Lifesaver, which is save somewhere between 20 and 30, I believe. You get 20 to 30 survivors out of the mall. Gourmet, eat all types of food in the mall. Perfect Gunner. Now, this is actually a really easy achievement, but I put it under medium because getting the assault rifle is actually quite difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Perfect Gunner, actually, it says machine gun in the list, and you're gonna think, oh, you know, the convict's machine gun. No, it's not the convict's machine gun. You need the assault rifle, but I'll explain that when I actually do the achievement. The Artiste, which you'll get if you go after the Artiste, you'll get photojournalist. The Artiste is scoring 3,000 on a single photo. If you get that, you'll get the photojournalist along with it, so that's a good combination. Psycho Collector, which is taking a picture of 10 psychopaths. Outdoorsman, spend 24 hours outdoors. I honestly should have put this in hard because there's really no instance in where you're going to really have time to do this. Really. I mean, it's just so unnecessary. Carjacker, you steal the convict's vehicle. I know Carjacker and Peacekeeper are supposed to be one word. I'm sorry about that. I screwed it up. And I can't change it because this is actually a screenshot of the original graph. It was too big to fit on the screen, so I had to screenshot it and scrunch it. That's why there's a cutoff in the bottom there, but I mean, you can still see it, so I'm not too worried about it. Karate Champ, this is a dependent achievement. It's dependent on a key achievement. I'll explain key achievements later. This is where you kill, I think, like 1,000 zombies with your bare hands. Unbreakable, this is where you go through the entire game without getting knocked down. The original 72-hour mode, overtime mode doesn't count towards it. You'll unlock it prior to overtime mode if you don't get knocked down. Infinity mode, this is where you beat an overtime mode and you'll get infinity mode, so it's overtime dependent. 5-Day Survivor, it's dependent on infinity mode. It's also an infinity mode achievement. Now that brings us to our hard category. These are the most time-consuming ones, or the ones that are just the most difficult to get. So first off, we have Zombie Genocider. This is a key achievement. I'll explain key achievements later, but Zombie Genocider is where you kill like 53,000 and some zombies, so it's like somewhere near 53,000, 54,000. You most likely get 44k by the time you're done with it. That'll also get you Zombie Killer and Humanist, if you, or not Humanist, Zombie Hunter. Where the hell is Zombie Hunter, by the way? So, that is actually one I left out of easy, was Zombie Hunter. Or is it in here? No, it's definitely over here. I meant to add it to this list, but Zombie Hunter is an achievement in the game. I am missing one of them, and it's Zombie Hunter. I just now noticed that, but that would be in the easy category or the floater category. Most likely floater, because it's just something that you get in general. It's killing 1,000 zombies. But if you go after Zombie Genocider achievement, you'll get Hunter with it. So I'm not worried about adding that back to the list. Then you have Frank the Pimp. This is a combination achievement because if you go after Frank the Pimp, you'll get Tour Guide. Remember, Tour Guide is escorting 8 survivors, and it's generic. So 8 survivors there. It can be male or female, and Frank the Pimp is specifically female survivors. You have to carry 8 of them. So if you carry 8 female survivors, you'll unlock Tour Guide by default. Saint Achievement, which is a dependent achievement, which is dependent on I'll explain Saint's dependency later. We're saving 50 survivors, by the way. Census Taker. Now, this is also a dependent one. This is where you take a picture of 50 survivors. That's why it's a dependent, because you also you'll do it with the Saint achievement. Snuffshot J, the reason why I have this under the hard category is because of the timing. I have managed to mess up this achievement more than any other achievement, believe it or not. It's because it is by far the hardest one to time. The time window for Jesse's zombification is very small, to the point where it's almost hard to find that window to be able to travel over there, because you also have like a mission very soon after that. Transmission area achievement. This achievement here is actually the hardest one in the game. It's the hardest for a lot of reasons, and one of it is just because of you have to be able to go in and kill, and then kill certain survivors, save other ones, and then you also have to like time it right. I don't know if you have to get all the calls on the first go. I don't know if you can let that answer them on like a recall, but I don't think you can. It's a difficult achievement. You'll have to restart it a few times. And it's also difficult because of the 8 survivor limit in the mall. It keeps you moving from point A to point B, just killing other survivors and whatnot, and saving other ones. And it's a very time consuming one. Clothes Horse is where you change into all outfits in the game. And then you also have 7-Day Survivor under hard, which is a dependent achievement on infinity mode, and also it's an infinity mode achievement. So the floater category, the reason why I have some achievements listed under floater is because you'll unlock these throughout the game randomly. Most likely either that, there's a guaranteed time when you'll definitely get it, which is on the 3rd run through. But floater itself, any of these achievements here aren't guaranteed. Or like are kind of just like, oh, you'll unlock it at some point. Sharp Dresser, maybe not so much. But on the first one on floater, we have full set. That is basically completing your notebook, so getting all the survivors, meeting them, and everything. This is not so much of a floater as it is just like something that you're going to have to go after if you don't get it. But there's a possibility you might just unlock it at some point. Item Smasher, this is breaking 1,000 items. This one will just come out randomly. I believe the game keeps a tally, and you can actually do it on different runs. So if you smash 900 on one run and then 100 in the second run, you'll still unlock the achievement. Same with Bullet Point. Same concept as Item Smasher. It's 1,000 bullets, and I think it does carry over into other runs too. Marathon Runner is another one that does too. It's running a marathon, which is like 26 point something miles. That one you'll just unlock it randomly. Sharp Dresser. Now Sharp Dresser is changing into 10 outfits, which you might do if you're experimenting, or if you're just like running by, you might as well just kind of check it out, see what you like. And then you have another key achievement here in the floater section. This is level max. I'll explain key achievements here in the next slide, which we are going to right now. Key achievement breakdown. Now this one is actually only has 2 achievements, which is Zombie Genocider and level max. Zombie Genocider is a key achievement because you need to be able to get the Mega Buster before you do any of these achievements here, which is Transmissionary Infinity Mode, Saint, and Zombie Killer. Transmissionary is similar to Saint for Zombies Genocider achievement because you need to be able to kill certain like bosses in one shot. It's a very powerful weapon, and it helps you with both Transmissionary and Saint, and I actually really advise against doing Transmission and Saint without doing Zombie Genocider first and getting the Mega Buster. You also need it for Infinity Mode because remember, everyone in Infinity Mode is trying to kill you, and to unlock 5 and 7 Day Survivor, you're going to need to be able to kill those guys very quickly, and the safest way you can possibly do it. Zombie Killer, obviously if you're going after Zombie Genocider, you'll get Zombie Killer, so that's why I have that under dependency. Anyway, so for the next key achievement, it's level max, which is Infinity Mode, because you want to have the most amount of stock and stock slots and health slots, because obviously you don't want to be running around with 7 health slots when your health is degrading gradually in Infinity Mode. So if you have all 12, it buys you the most amount of time, and also allows you to be able to take that 1 extra hit if you accidentally get hit. Then you have Karate Champ. The reason why level max is necessary for Karate Champ is because you'll have maximum strength, which will help you with one-shot kills, and also it will unlock all the moves that you can use to one-shot kill zombies. And you also need level max for the Saint achievement for the same reason as the Mega Buster. And actually, no, not for the same reason as the Mega Buster. What am I talking about right now, dude? It's 2 o'clock in the frickin' morning. Level max, actually, the reason why you need that for the Saint achievement is because you want to have the most amount of stock slots and speed. Because remember, Saint achievement, You don't want the survivors following you. That's a very bad tactic for survivors. They will die if you do that. So my recommendation for the Saint achievement is to use markers, and the Mega Buster will help you with that. Especially, it'll help you against bosses that attack their survivors, such as Joe. Joe will attack all the women in the store with her. So you want to be able to take her down really fast. She hits really hard, so you got to be careful of that too. That's why the Mega Buster is just overall really good for that, and why having food is really good is because for the Saint achievement, you want to be able to heal those the women that Joe hurts. Anyway, so combination breakdown. I'm going to break down some of my mental processes when I was looking at combos for certain things to do for each play run through. There's some good combos and bad combos which I avoided. Good combos would be like self-defense, Peacekeeper, Punisher. Obviously Punisher, if you go after Punisher, you'll get Peacekeeper and self-defense by default. And while you're doing that, you might as well take photos of all the psychopaths you meet, which you'll get Psycho Photo and Psycho Collector with. So that's why all those are good combinations. Another good combination is Humanist, Lifesaver, and Saint. If you're going after the Saint achievement, you'll get Lifesaver and Humanist. And if you're going to go after Saint, you might as well take a picture of all the survivors. And you'll get Portraiture. Sorry if I'm butchering that again. And Census Taker. Another good combination is Zombie Hunter, Zombie Killer, and Zombie Genocider. The reason why, Zombie Genocider, obviously, if you're going after that, you'll get Killer and Hunter by default. And Stunt Driver. The reason why I have Stunt Driver in with this is because eventually you'll hit one of those gas tanks as those zombies push you around, and you'll ramp your truck up 10, or like the required amount of feet to get that achievement. Remember, in order to do this achievement, you have to use the truck in the main essential near North Plaza's entrance. With the butcher shop there's that truck. You want to use that. That has the highest durability, and you can kill like a lot of zombies in just one go. Next combination, good combo, is Legendary Soldier, Helicopter, and Infinity Mode. You're going to be in an overtime mode anyway. You'll get Legendary Soldier easily, and Helicopter you can work at too, because that's also a really good one to get while you're in overtime mode. And then obviously Infinity Mode, because if you're already in overtime mode, you might as well complete it and get Infinity Mode along with that. Another good combo would be Snuffshot J, Snuffshot B, and Overtime Mode. Obviously, if you're going to go after Overtime Mode, you might as well get those since you're going to be going through the story anyway. Another good combo is Transmissionary and Full Set, because you're going to be popping in and out, killing random survivors and saving other ones. You might as well get, especially because you're going to be killing those stragglers survivors, like the ones that you don't get calls for, so you'll meet them and be able to fill up those notebook slots. Another good combination would obviously be 5 and 7 day survivor. If you're going after 5, you might as well go 2 extra days and get the 7 day survivor achievement. Remember, those won't be covered in this tutorial because of the fact that I've already got a video on them, a very detailed one while at it. Another good combination would be Sharp Dresser and Clothes Horse. If you're going after Clothes Horse, you're going to get Sharp Dresser by default. And then another good combination would be, just like I said, Tour Guide and Frank the Pimp, because remember, Tour Guide is specific, or it's generic for any survivor. As long as you're carrying 8 survivors, you'll get Tour Guide. And then Frank the Pimp is specific to female survivors, so if you're carrying 8 female survivors, they'll cover Tour Guide as well. Then we have our bad combos. These are ones you should never try to get together. There's just no reason to ever try to. You're not going to do it. And one of them is Transmissionary and Saint, because remember, Transmissionary, you're going to need to be able to kill survivors as fast as you can, or take care of them. The ones you don't save, you want to kill. That's counterproductive to Saint. And not only that, but Saint requires that you stop in order to do Saint, you need to stop all missions after, right before Barnaby dies. So that one cutscene where Barnaby turns into a zombie, you don't want to go to the safe room then. You want to actually let the cases fizzle out there. Transmissionary requires that you go beyond that point, so you don't want to ever try to do those achievements together. The next really bad combo is Zombie Genocider and pretty much any non-related achievement, which all the related ones are pretty much what are in the good combos there. You might get some other ones like level max, shit like that, but Zombie Genocider is just a really time-consuming achievement. You don't want to try to get Saint or Transmissionary with it. It's not going to work. And then another really bad one is Saint in overtime mode, because remember, you have to stop Saint. You have to stop the missions for Saint achievement at a specific spot, and overtime mode requires that you go through all the cases so that you can get the ending A. Anyway, so now we're gonna get into our run through breakdown. Now, where this broke down 2 different categories. You have our guaranteed achievements, which are the ones we're gonna focus on, and then you have our maybe achievements, which we might be able to get through this run. But anyway, the first one on there, which actually I'm going to cover the first 3, which is starting with Punisher. You'll get Self-Defense and Peacekeeper by default. That's where you kill, a certain amount of psychopaths. If you kill 10 psychopaths, you'll get Self-Defense and Peacekeeper by default. Raining Zombies. That's an easy one. We'll just run into Alfresca, take the umbrella, and just pile over a bunch of people. Strike, which is bowling 10, hit 10 zombies with a bowling ball. That's easy to do. You can get it in any congested area. And then you have Costume Party. That's an easy one. We'll just pop into Paradise Plaza, take the mask, and cover 10 zombies. That'll be very simple. Then you have Perfect Gunner. We can actually do a trick with... if we take a vent picture early on, where the PP sticker is in the vent. You show that to Alyssa and her group that spawn in the gun shop, and one of them actually carries the assault rifle. And then you can unlock it through that. Anyway, another pair are the artistes and photojournalists. If you're going to go after the artistes, you might as well get you're going to get photojournalist by default. The artistes is where you score 3,000 on a single photo. You get photojournalist along with that. And the next one is group photo. This one's going to be an easy one. We can go to the main assault and just go on one of the ramps and aim downwards. We'll usually get 50. Or you can get it right at the get-go in Entrance Plaza right before the zombies break in. If you just take a picture if you just keep taking pictures, you might be able to hit 15 markers. And then you have Psycho Photo and Psycho Collector. Obviously, if you're going to go after Punisher, you might as well take a photo of them and get Collector, which will get Psycho Photo along with that. Stuff Shot B and Stuff Shot J, since we're doing overtime mode. Those 2 achievements, we might as well go after them. Indoorsman, we'll easily be able to get that because we're going to be spending most of our time indoors. Free Fall, that's an easy achievement. All you have to do is go into Entrance Plaza and jump off the 2nd floor. You should be able to get Free Fall easy that way. Carjacker, I'll show you an easy way to defeat Cletus, and then you can take the hunting rifle and then move on the opposite end of the park from the convicts, and they won't be able to move, and you can just snipe them from there. Then you have Zombie Road. Zombie Road here, actually, the reason why I should have moved this over to maybe, honestly, because this is required on your level. If you don't have it unlocked, you won't be able to get it. You'll be able to get it at a different point, especially during the Zombie Genocider achievement. That's actually more apt for that achievement. Then you have overtime mode. We're going to be going through the game anyway, get overtime mode, and then we can get 3-Day Survivor along with that. And then we'll also try to get Stunt Rider, since we'll be doing the missions, and then we can get the bike. And then ramp those ramps in North Plaza after we defeat Isabella. In the maybe category, we have Humanist. I completely doubt it. That's where you save 10 survivors. I don't think that'll actually happen. You have Bullet Point. You might be able to get that. Item Smasher. You might be able to get Item Smasher, which is, smashing 1,000 items. And then Sharp Dresser. We might be able to get that, but I doubt it. Second run through. This is going to be a very short run through. We're not going to be focusing on too many achievements here. Guaranteed, which we're going to be going after the Zombie Genocider achievement and get that key achievement unlocked. Because remember, it's a very important achievement for a lot of other achievements. So we're going to go after that one. We'll get Killer and Hunter by default if you don't already have Hunter already. And then you'll get Stunt Driver, just like I said before. You're most likely going to get it doing the Zombie Genocider achievement. In the maybe category, we have level max. You might be able to, because the Zombie Genocider achievement actually gets you leveled up pretty fast. So if you do that, you might be able to get level max. If not, you'll be close to 40s, if not in the 40s. Run through number 3, and the guaranteed slots, we're going to start off with Humanist. That's going to be an easy one because of Tour Guide Frank the Pimp, and also if you save Natalie and Jeff, that'll cover your 10 survivors. Tour Guide and Frank the Pimp, if you're gonna go focus on Frank the Pimp, and you'll get Tour Guide by default. Remember, Frank the Pimp is specific and Tour Guide is generic. The specific will unlock the generic. And then you have level max. Level max is an achievement that you can get through. It's guaranteed in this one because you're gonna be saving survivors. It should patch up the last 10 levels that you may need. Or if not, you'll definitely get it when you're doing the sand achievement. On top of that, we can collect all the PP stickers around the mall. So we'll get the PP collector achievement too. Then we're going to focus on gourmet, go around and eat all types of food. That includes all mixed juices like Nectar, Quick Step, and Spitfire, and Unbreakable, or Untouchable, or whatever, and then whatever else is there. Karate Champ, if we're going to get level max, or if we're close to max level, we can just start working on Karate Champ and unlock that. Sharp Dresser, we're going to also go after Clothes Horse, so we're going to get the Sharp Dresser along with that. Bullet Point, we should definitely get it by now. Item Smasher, same thing, and Marathon Runner as well. You should definitely get it by the third run through, by the end of it. And then maybe we might be able to get full set. We might be able to get Outdoorsman if we have time, but I doubt it. Run through number 4, we're only going to focus on 3. Because remember, we're going to go after Sand Achievement. That'll definitely get you Lifesaver and Portraiture. Or sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I didn't add that. So basically, you're going to be focusing on 4, which you're going to unlock the first 2 by default. And then by getting Saint Achievement. Census Taker, you might as well take a photo of all of them while you're saving them. You'll get Census Taker along with that, and you might be able to get full set. I doubt it. It's not a doubt. It's not a really weak doubt, or it's not a really weak maybe, but it's definitely not a strong maybe. It's sitting like right in the middle. Run through number 5. Now, if you notice when I said that Transmissionary is the hardest achievement, that's why the 5th run is literally going to be focused on Transmissionary. This will patch in the rest of the achievements if you don't already have Outdoorsman and a few other ones. Full set is under maybe, because it's a strong maybe. You might be able to get it very easily by killing all of the random straggler survivors. You'll be able to meet like Bill and all of them that you might have missed previously. Anyway, run through number 6. This is a cleanup optional run. If you don't have all the achievements unlocked by run through number 6, that's what the 6th run through is going to be. Or you can do this in all these in overtime mode or infinity mode, except for full set. You can't do full set or unbreakable infinity. So honestly, if you don't have these 2, you're going to have to do a 6th run. And this is the cleanup run. This is where you're going to fill in any of the achievements that you just happen to not get during those runs. That's what the 6th run through is for. Just add it to this. Unless if it's something like Transmissionary, just restart. I wouldn't do that with Transmissionary. Remember, saving is everything. It can actually save you in Transmissionary achievement if you save. Then you have overtime run through. This is going to be pretty much like your final run on the game, which is going to get you Legendary, Soldier, Helicopter, and Infinity mode. These are obviously really good to get together, so you're going to get these on your overtime mode run. If you don't already have Legendary Soldier, you might already have it. And remember, for Infinity Mode achievements, 5 and 7 to Survivor, refer to my previous Dead Rising guide. It's a very detailed guide. Like I said, it has really good feedback on it. So I think it's a pretty solid guide. Definitely go check that out. And I do want to clarify something before we move on slides here. I did get a comment on that 5 and 7 days Survivor guide that the food court glitch where it freezes if you go there between day 4 and day 5, that actually got patched in the remastered version. But if you're still playing this on the 360 version, do not go in there, because that will break your game, I promise you. It has not been patched there yet. Anyway, if you're wondering what my credentials are and why you should trust my guide, I've had this game since 2008, 2 years after it was released. I've been playing this non-stop for 12 years. I definitely racked over 1,000 hours. I only put 1,000 here because that's what I can safely say that I've already dropped in this game. I've probably done well over 3,000, honestly. I wouldn't doubt, because I played this game more than any other game I've ever owned. Completed the game numerous times. Now, I have done this numerous amounts of times. I can't even count anymore. I don't even know how many times I've completed this game. And then I've also 100% of this game twice. So I've done this before. You can trust me. Thanks for watching, guys, and I cannot wait to get this video out to you guys. So I'll try to keep it posted if I can on future videos, but for now, hopefully our next video will be the very first run through. We'll find out. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys later.